18-year-old Melody Fuentes has a lot to look forward to this summer. But for now, she's focusing on staying present for those she loves, like her sister.
My sister is one of the greatest people I know. She's literally one of my favorite people.
Or her dad.
He came into my life when I was pretty, yeah, I don't remember the exact age. But when he came into my mom's life, he treated her like a queen. Like, like even to this day, like they treat each other so amazingly.
That's because family has played a big role in her success. So when she learned that she had a chance to be recognized during graduation,
I emailed my principal and basically I told him I would like to give up my chance to be valedictorian. I don't want to be validated by external rewards anymore. I just want to be an individual that only looks for internal motivations, which are family, my drive for success, I want to put out good into the world.
Melody is a recent graduate at Bright Star Rise Koyang Charter High School in Los Angeles, and she's heading to Stanford with a full ride scholarship. My name's Jonathan Slakey, and I'm a data analyst at the California Charter Schools Association. My team and I reached out to Melody and her mother as part of a story we were running about her high school, Rise Koyang Charter High. We found her high school by looking at the numbers. Rise Koyang is the highest scoring public high school in the Koreatown area on California's standardized tests, and we wanted to meet with students who attended Rise to figure out why those scores were so high. We've learned that Rise's success is about more than just numbers, and that it's really about the determination and enthusiasm of students like Melody and parents like Melody's mother.
I am from El Salvador, and I remember I was like Melody. I like to study. I like to be the first, but I didn't accomplish my dream. I didn't graduate from the university. I just did 3 years in university. I was studying business administrations with applications in computer.
Lorena is Melody's mother. She had to put a hold on her studies and immigrate to the US over a decade ago. She settled in central Los Angeles, and years later, in 2010, after facing a layoff, she decided to return to school where she earned an associate's in chemistry and a certification in process technology.
She saw me how I struggled through being a single mom at that time and studying, working, taking care of them. Sometimes I was studying at 3 a.m. in the morning and they saw me and said, "Mom, go to sleep." But I didn't care because I wanted to finish. And she got motivated and she was telling me, "Mom, you'll see that you won't be wasting any single penny on me. I'm gonna get into this university, and I promise you that I'm gonna get only straight A's. I promise you that you're gonna be proud of me." And she made it.
But Lorena didn't just rely on setting a good example. She was inquisitive and searched for the best schooling she could provide for her daughters. She paid for tutoring and didn't settle with her neighborhood school.
Since she started first grade, I started applying for magnet school. I was looking for magnet school through the district.
By second grade, Melody was accepted at a magnet elementary school on the west side of LA, which, in the most recent year of testing, scored in the 52nd percentile on the state standardized tests. To put this into context, the average elementary school student in LA scored in the 41st percentile.
And the commute, it was 1 hour too, but I was told that it was worth it, that school, that they're gonna build a good foundation for her to start growing. I believe teachers there encourage the children to dream for the top schools.
Lorena was right about Brentwood Science encouraging children to dream big. It was in this magnet school that Melody first learned about Stanford during a field trip in 6th grade.
I was told by an individual that it was one of the top 3 schools globally. And I'm like, okay, you know what? Like, I'm done. I'm going to Stanford. Like, I'm going to go to Stanford. So I took a seed from one of the trees and I put it in a little bedazzled elephant, and it's been by like my nightstand for the past 7 years.
After leaving Brentwood Science, Melody's first choice of middle and high school was a magnet program in the Mid-City, Fairfax area called the Los Angeles Center for Enriched Studies, or LACES. Unfortunately, there were and continue to be long wait lists for LA's most popular magnet schools, and Melody was not selected to attend LACES. With LACES no longer an option, Melody chose to attend Rise Koyang Middle Charter School in Koreatown. This proved to be the right decision because by the time Melody was in 8th grade, in 2016, she and her fellow students scored in the 81st percentile in California's state assessment, much higher than LA's middle school student average. Students that year were scoring in the 30th percentile on average. Although Rise Koyang had a new high school opening in time for Melody's freshman year, both she and her mother hesitated.
I knew that charter school has good programs, but also I was told that having a magnet CEO after high school, she had more opportunities to get into the top colleges.
So Lorena continued to apply to magnet schools. She was eventually accepted to University High School in Brentwood for her 9th grade and convinced her daughter to give it a try, at least for 1 year.
The commute there was an hour and 40 minutes to and from every day. So that took up a chunk of my time. And I got into the JV volleyball team, which was hard. They only took 4 girls out of 80 that tried out. So that was like, whoa. But I realized to get home, I would have to wait for the bus at 6 and I would get home at like 9. So then I would be finishing schoolwork at like 1, 2 in the morning. And then I realized I'm not going to be able to take AP classes, other sports. I'm not going to be able to join clubs and do other things that I want to do if I want to continue seriously doing sports and be involved in school if this school is so far away.
She always had a good, a strong communication with me. So I supported her. I supported her decision, and it's how she went back to the charter school.
Rise is in a unique sort of situation. Like, how often can you say I am a part of a school that I'm going to be a part of a founding class and I'm going to be able to build up the school from the ground up?
This decision helped Melody hone her leadership skills. As a sophomore at Rise Koyang High School, Melody says she advocated for the school to open the girls' volleyball and softball teams and also started the Junior State of America, a student-led club that teaches students about civil debate and strengthens their engagement through volunteering and activism.
I find passion in so many things. Everything is so cool. Like, there's aspects of everything that's just, whoa.
As we now know, not having a magnet seal didn't prevent Melody from getting into her dream school, and the new charter school proved to be an excellent choice. When she was in 11th grade, her class scored in the 76th percentile on the state standardized tests. The LAUSD average for high school students is the 43rd percentile, so students at Rise Koyang High scored well above the district average. This is also much higher than Rise's nearest traditional public high school neighbor, where students scored in the 38th percentile. And her dream to go to Stanford materialized when she applied for the QuestBridge Scholarship Program.
QuestBridge is a program. It helps individuals get into really amazing colleges, usually top 40 colleges, and they offer full ride scholarships if you manage to get in through the National Match Search.
This scholarship program also has a writing component and helps students that, like Melody, have an intellectual spark and show determination. So even though Melody didn't have the advantages of living in a zip code where schools are funded appropriately, she had her mother's foresight and trust that giving her a good foundation was going to help her reach her goals. I asked Lorena how she felt about her youngest daughter moving away for college.
A mix of emotions, excitement, and I think I've been preparing myself for this time. And because I know Melody and I know that she's gonna do good. I think she built up her morals, her discipline, and she's ready for this, and I'm ready for this too.
This has been Jonathan Slakey, and this story was researched and co-written by myself and produced by Fabiola Prieto for CCSA. Music is by Patrick Patrikios. Special thanks to Bright Star Schools and the Fuentes family for their participation.